Oh, heck, Mary, this Knives Fast guy is doing yet another video on the Vosteed Nightshade. No, guys, calm down. It is me, Knives Fast, of course, KC. By the way, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Check out Knives Fast on Instagram. Stick around for a live stream. KF Live, Monday night, 7:45 p.m. Eastern. It is another video on the Vosteed Nightshade, but we're going to do something different. Now, this is the first time I've seen the premium full-size Nightshade. And, guys, you can see some other blades back here that happen to be Spydercos. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick little review on this guy. And then we're going to talk about leaf-style blades, okay? That's what we're going to do. And you can make it through this, I promise. This is going to be exciting because we're going to have some cool comparisons, and we're going to do a little bit of cutting, and we're going to have some fun. All right, so first of all, of Vosteed's knives, the Nightshade is my favorite. It's not even a question. They haven't had anything else that I've liked as well as the Nightshade. A lot of people don't like it because of the downward turn. I like it because of the downward turn. It gives me a very forward look at this belly right here, okay? So you've got a crazy belly, and what happens is I'm going to go into a cut. Let's just do it. I mean, we're going to talk specs and stuff too, and pricing and whatever else, but hold on. Big piece of cardboard here. How do we do this? All right, here we go. What's it say? Made with less material. Okay, fine. All right, so what happens is you push through it, okay? You're going into the belly, okay? Does that make sense? So if I start back here, I'm cutting with the belly, and it just provides a very slicey cut, okay? It gives you that ability to turn that blade. Guys, look, I'm turning it forward. Whoa, and I knocked one of the knives off, and I'm turning it back, okay? And it doesn't matter because you've got that belly, and no matter how I turn this blade, by the way, it does help that they did the geometry right. It's a very thin blade stock, and it just cuts fantastically. Let's put this guy back up here. Let's recover from this. Okay, so this one is actually an L-Max. And so they did this with this gray stonewash, and it's a full flat grind, and they started with a very thin stock, and it is crowned up here, great jimping here, pear-shaped hole, and you get this just ridiculously thin blade. I can't get to my rope right now, but trust me, my tripod's in the way in case you're wondering. But it cuts through rope like like the rope isn't there. It is a fantastic cutter. Now you have contoured scales, okay? Big deal to me, as you guys know. Contoured scales. Now you do have, in this case, steel liners. They do stand proud. I do wish they would do something, if I'm being nitpicky, with nested liners on this. And then you have a titanium bolster. Now they also have this in brass and copper bolsters. The titanium is the best. I'm not a huge fan of the JG10, but I like it because I can now take this, I can make it whatever color I want. So in my case, I'd make this blue, and I think blue with that titanium is going to look really freaking cool. Now, you are chamfered off really well, and as a matter of fact, they did an extra chamfer down here at the butt so that you don't end up with that sort of digging into your hand. Your clip is a deep carry, and it is not reversible in this case. Good clip, good in and out of the pocket. It is pretty springy, as you can see, very springy, but it does work. It does work really well. Now, action-wise, guys, this thing is stupid, okay? So you've got good jimping right here. I do wish it covered the whole flipper tab, but it's right here, and you just create that pressure, and bam. The detent is perfect, and then you can see good access to the lock bar. I don't like the scalloping or whatever it is, but okay. Let it drop to your thumb on that flipper tab, and then it just goes. Okay, I had it off camera, and then it just goes. I mean, look at that. And the detent, so you see there, is, you get caught, but you just got to get barely past that, and you're good. And it is on bearings, and it is smooth as heck. Now, it's locked up at like a 25 or 30. Solid. No problems whatsoever with the lockup. Hole, again, same deal. Very good detent. Oops. If I don't screw it up, both on the thumb and the middle finger there. I did it 2 times good for you so I could prove I'm not a complete nincompoop. Now, these are, let me get my phone, I think 135 or 145. Hold on. Phone always turns off. 135, and I will leave a link down below for this guy. This is definitely my favorite Vosteed. I mean, it just is. Very cool shape, and again, ergonomically, guys, just melts in the hand. You do feel that clip right back here where you always do. You do feel the clip, but it is, to me, again, my opinion, guys, this is my review. It is not a hot spot. Now, you got good jimping right here. You do have a guard for those of you that like that of your flipper tab, and you just cut well. No real hot spots except right here on the edge of this bolster. It tends to be a little sharp, but not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I don't really bear down right there much, so it feels fine. You do have a lanyard hole, lanyard fans. This guy is centered. The detent is good enough to hold it in there. Now, these are 135, and just real quick, I'm going to give you 7.48 inches overall, okay, with a 3.26-inch blade and a 4.22-inch handle. You can see there it's smaller than the Ontario Rat 1, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than the Rat 2. As you can see, it is in LMAX, 60, hardness is 60 plus 2. Stonewash blade, it is a Shillin cutter, is what they call this, which is a Japanese blade shape. Very, very cool. Let's see, these are made in China, JG10 by Vosteed. All right, now, let's just compare it blade shape wise to 2 of my favorite leaf style blades. Okay, you've got the Spyderco Manix 2 and the Spyderco Sage 5. Now, let's get this out of the way, because I know a lot of you are going to say they're not similar. Well, okay, if we hold all 3 like this, and if I hold this guy where the blade is straight, you will see the similarities in the belly. Now, there's no doubt that the Nightshade has more belly than either of these. And I actually like that. They're all 3 full flat ground. And, you know, it's a similar size, kind of more to the Sage 5. No, that's similar to both, okay? And they all have holes for opening, and they all have thumb ramps with jimping, which is cool. Now, the reason I call this a ramp is the shape of this up into you because of that bulge in the spine. Really cool. Now, this is a flipper, and these are just hole open. And, you know, if I remember correctly, these are nowadays in that same similar price range. Maybe the Sage 5 is a little more. This is LMAX. These are S30. Kevin, hey, Lefty and Rolshambo, is S30 a super steel? Yeah, little inside joke there. And this is a lightweight model, and this is obviously a G10 model with full liners. So this one's not quite as comparable because you have nested liners versus exposed liners. Obviously, the locks are different. This is a ball bearing butt lock. This is a compression lock, and this is a liner lock. But my point was more about the blade, okay? So now, again, back to what we were talking about. I'm going to put these down here so I don't cut myself. Same deal, okay? That leaf-style blade, this one needs a little edge touch-up. Jeez, Casey. There we go. Wow, it really does. Okay, this will be the next one that goes on my TS Prof. But you can see, definitely, wow. It definitely needs a touch-up. I didn't think this out real well, apparently. But very good blade shape. It just needs a touch-up. Wow, okay, I see what the problem is. It looks like I've drug it across something in cutting, like a staple or something. Yeah, I see it now. That's exactly what it is. So this guy's going to be next. Tell you what, here's what we'll do. Since I screwed this up royally, here is my lightweight Mannix 2, and I know this one's sharp. Okay, so there you go. So you see here, that gives you a great look. See, that one might need some help too. These are both my edges, so that could be the problem. My old from my Lansky. But you can see there, you get a nice belly cut. Now let's save ourselves by bringing the Sage 5 out. Gosh, KC. All right, so there you go. You can see, you get that same aspect of a big belly, pull through. You can tilt it any way you want to cut, as long as it's like not bunching up the cardboard. But I just love leaf-shaped blades. These are fantastic cutters. Very, very nice. Now I've got like a gallon of cardboard. Is there such thing as a gallon of cardboard? A metric ton of cardboard sitting over here. So there are the less than stellar results from a guy who apparently needs to put edges with his TS Prof on those two knives. So there you go. But you can see it's obviously different because you have that tilt, which I think actually makes it better for getting down into cuts like this kind of cut. But like this, it's very similar. You can angle the blade any way you want and use that very effectively in any of these. Now, the Spydercos do have a choil, which makes it better for me to get up and kind of hug the blade. I don't care for, you know, having that flipper tab sort of holding me back. I would prefer to just have either a flat spot here or a choil. But the bottom line is these are all great options if you want some really great working knives. And obviously the one we're focusing on is the new Vosteed. Again, I will have a link down below to the premium Nightshade. Definitely check it out. And there you go. So again, if those knives were sharp, the results would have been really great, and they were pretty good anyway. So guys, definitely like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you think of the Nightshade and just the leaf-shaped blade in general. And guys, thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.